Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. This is the Global Basketball Summer League. Daniel Gilman alongside Andy Stanko, and we're here day 2, game 3 between the Nevada Desert Storm and the Windsor Express. Both teams fell just short of a victory. Yesterday, the Desert Storm dropped one by 4 points to the Southern Stars, 112 to 108, and the Windsor Express lost to the D Las Vegas 87-71. We're just about ready for a tip here in the blue. The Nevada Desert Storm in the white. The Windsor Express off and running are the Desert Storm. A shot from Lacey Haddock is no good. Pulled down by number 1, Denzel Mensah. Starting for Nevada, Lacey Haddock, Jamal Smith, Leon Sutton, Lamar Thawley, and Jason Wallace. In the whites, Windsor Express taking a shot from the top of the key. Number 4, James Johnson. He's in alongside Denzel Mensah. Number 5, Antonio Thomas Mans. Number 8, Christian Thompson. And number 9, LaRon Griffin. A couple missed shots to start it off here as LaRon Griffin drives and gets batted away. Beautiful save by Haddock. Turns out to be an excellent outlet pass and an and one given to Jamal Smith.
Oh, yeah. Jamal Smith, we saw it yesterday. Especially in that first quarter, he couldn't get anything going from the floor, but was able to get to the free throw line 7 times alone in the first quarter to get himself going on his way to 20 points. And there you see the speed in transition and able to get to the rim and draw the foul.
Jamal Smith, last year's co-MVP with 37 points to lead his team in the championship game, 27 points per game in that session with Global Basketball. He's been playing 5 years in Brazil. Now he plays for San Jose in Brazil. Finishes the three-point play, and he's got 3 so far, 20 points and 5 rebounds yesterday. Only 1 assist for the point guard, which is probably one of the reasons they struggled. Now bringing it up court was Mensah, and LaRon Griffin has it on the top. All the way out to Mans. No good for Antonio Thomas Mans as he's 0 for 1 from 3 to start it. Taking it up is Leon Sutton now for this Nevada Desert Storm team. Scored 108 points yesterday, and rarely can you say 108 doesn't get you a victory. No good on the shot from the right side. And quickly running up court is Christian Thompson, but batted away, and it's going to be another turnover.
Good hands by Fanning in transition, able to tap that away for the steal.
Wide open 3 for Jamal Smith, and it's nothing but net. 5 quick points. Pardon me, 6 quick points for the guard out of Las Vegas, Nevada. The majority of this team is from Las Vegas, and they play almost year-round when they're not overseas. I was having a conversation with Harvey Perry, who's taken a couple years off. Driving to the hole is James Johnson. That's the first 2 points for the Windsor Express. Lacey Haddock takes it up, number 1 for this Nevada Desert Storm team. Jamal Smith is going to have the majority of the ball handling duties as he passes it outside to Foley, but a quick travel call made by the referee.
But a good start for the Desert Storm and a big 3 for Jamal Smith. And Smith and Butler are combined 0 for 4 from beyond the arc the first time around yesterday, and this is a team that shot 45% from 3 last year. So if those threes are dropping, good sign for the Desert Storm.
Denzel Mensah tries to go coast-to-coast drives, misses, but a good offensive rebound by LaRon Griffin. He's fouled as he goes up. Griffin will go to the line for 2. LaRon Griffin right now playing in Luxembourg. He's out of Eastern Washington, 22-11 last year for BBC Nishia.
Slapped up 16-8 yesterday in the win, or the loss against D Las Vegas, and just 24 minutes of action, an efficient 8 of 10 day from the floor. And so a serviceable big for sure in international play is Griffin.
The 57% free throw shooter knocks the first one down, and that's always the hard one, right? 5 fouls for Griffin, and he was saying that's something he's got to work on, his physicality. He did complain a little bit about the refereeing, but who doesn't complain when you get marked for 5 fouls? Lucky for him, there's no foul outs in this tournament. Now Jamal Smith at the top, defended by Mensah. This will be an interesting matchup all afternoon. He passes it outside. Sutton for 3, nothing but net for the shooting guard. Sutton was 1 for 2 yesterday from 3. He had 6 points. He's 1 for 1 today.
Desert Storm had just 3 threes yesterday, already 2 in the first couple of minutes.
Now Antonio Thomas Mans trying to body up Sutton on the inside. Mans gets the corner and gets fouled on the inside. 9-4 is the score here with 7:17 left in the first quarter. Nevada Desert Storm jumped out to an early lead, trying to claw back now is the Windsor Express. Desert Storm shot 49% in that game yesterday. I mean, They scored 108 points, so what else would you expect? But only 15 assists for those nearly 50 baskets they made. First free throw is good for Antonio Thomas Mans. Second one also in Mans, an all-conference HAAC when he played for Oklahoma Panhandle State last year. Now Sutton taking it up all the way around. Two good outlet passes, and Jamal Smith has it at the top of the key. Sutton wide open for three. Can he make it two? He can't, and making life tough on the offensive rebounds is Hensa. He's going to take it all the way again, but take one too many steps.
That's a good call. Mensa looking to push and transition there, which is certainly a good thing for this Windsor Express team to get out and use their athleticism. But that time he started his layup attempt from far too far away.
Denzel Mensah out of Penn State Wilkes-Barre. Last season, 13-4. As Haddock feeds it to Sutton. We're seeing Leon Sutton get involved a lot more. He only took 4 shots yesterday. Scored 6 points and made 2 free throws. Now Jamal Smith with a little confusion takes a deep three, no good. Here's the shot on the outside from Sutton. Pardon me, Foley, and it goes out of bounds off Christian Thompson. I think the confusion there was no shot clock at the top of the basket anymore. Now they've moved it to the corner, which makes it more difficult on both teams.
Right corner, and it's up to the benches to be aware and to communicate with their guys.
Especially because the Desert Storm going from our left to right doesn't have one at all on their side. They'll have it in the second half, of course. Oh, pardon me, they do have it on their side. I couldn't see it, but we're going to have a 3-second call now on LaRon Griffin, something we don't see often, a defensive 3 seconds, so that's going to be a technical foul and a trip to the charity stripe for number 3, Leon Sutton.
NBA rules, with the exception of a 10-minute quarter system rather than 12 minutes, and as you said earlier,
and the exception of fouling out, exactly.
But we did see a 3-second call earlier today as well, so that's something they are taking notice of. And
we've got one team that punched their ticket to the championship game tomorrow afternoon, and that's Team Oceana, exactly. They knocked off, is that Team Point Streak? No, Team Scouting for You.
Scouting for You.
90-76 last game.
Strong defensive performance. Only 30 points given up at the half by Oceania.
So now after that free throw by Sutton, they get the ball right back and some nifty dribbling by Jamal Smith, and this is the Jamal Smith that we expected yesterday. 8 points in 4 minutes, leading his team to a 12-6 lead with 6 minutes left in the first quarter.
He can get into the paint, and when he's finishing around the rim, things get really difficult defensively. And he shot a lot of free throws yesterday, but he's finishing today.
Antonio Thomas Mans bodies up a defender and puts it in for 2. He's got 4 points so far, and the lead is cut to 4 early in the first quarter. Deep 3 opportunity for Sutton, and he drills it. Leon Sutton already with 2 threes and 7 points. 15-8 the score here with 5:30 left in the first quarter. He took that one with a man in his face. Mensah takes it up the court. Looks like they're going to be feeding Antonio Thomas Mans all day as he gets fouled driving to the hole.
And it's Lamar Foley, and Lamar Foley really on the floor for his experience, his familiarity, and his defense.
A flurry of subs ready to come in. Rashawn Simpson, Omari Greer, and Deshaun Dockery in for the Windsor Express. First free throw is good for Antonio Thomas Mans.
We also see DeMario Butler and Harvey Perry checking in, both double-digit scorers yesterday against the Southern Stars. Butler threw up 28 and 10, and Perry a big 15 points for the Desert Storm.
Butler, a 6'6", 230 guard. Interesting to see him come off the bench. It's the second of 2 free throws. DeMario Butler, 28-10 yesterday, a double-double for this Nevada Desert Storm team. He's got it now on the right side, defended by Rashawn Simpson. Had to pick up his dribble and fed it inside to Haddock. Haddock all the way to the corner to the newly entered Harvey Perry. Perry's an interesting story. He hasn't played competitively in 3 years. Rush shows there for Perry as he throws it out of bounds. Harvey Perry out of Colorado State, a transfer from Washington. He actually was teammates with Tamario Butler 4 or 5 years ago. When the NBA All-Star Game was in Orlando, they had a 3v3 competition for a couple ballers in the area. He made the trip with Butler, and they, as he mentioned, played pretty well. Now Amari Greer with the ball. Greer with 10 points yesterday, decides to drive all the way, doesn't get fouled, and does not get a friendly rim. Now Smith looking for a transition. One thing we saw a lot from this team is they love the transition, but a foul called on James Johnson. Looked like a clean block. Maybe there was some body contact.
Sort of a late whistle there.
Referee saying that he brushed the shoulder on defense. So. Head coach Scott Newman not too happy with that. Newman, the head coach for this Windsor Express team in the Global Basketball Summer League. He's the assistant coach of Windsor Express for NBL Canada. Helped the team win back-to-back championships in 14 and 15. First free throw is good for Leon Sutton.
A guy who had a cup of coffee in the D-League, made a tryout in November, waived in December. 7 games, spent the rest of his season in Brazil this past year.
Sutton trades one free throw with Thomas Manns, but Manns posts up from the corner and hits the mid-range jumper. Great start now for Antonio Thomas Manns. He's got 7. Quickly back on offense. Haddock to the corner. Sutton for 3. No good here. Hustle by Haddock for Deshaun Simpson. Down the rebound. Back moving down this side is Dockery. Dockery in the corner, and the whole bench knew James Johnson's 3 was going in before he even released it. He was wide open, and Johnson's got 5 points. 16-14 here with 3:50 left in the first quarter. Nevada Desert Storm still have the lead. Butler drives. No foul called on either side as Manns takes a tumble, but nonetheless, Johnson's got 7.
And it's all the veterans. It's Smith, Sutton, Butler getting it done for Nevada Desert Storm.
Baseline look for Thomas Manns. He decides to pass up on it and continue to drive. His feet is no good, but gets the rebound and puts it back up, getting fouled. 18-14 as Thomas Manns will go to the line. You can hear the energy right next to us from this Windsor Express bench, and this does not feel like a loser's bracket game.
Oh, absolutely not. The intensity is there, and both of these teams still know that there's plenty of coaches, scouts, agents still watching this, and both teams coming out and competing. And to see Thomas Manns come out and play like this after yesterday, just shooting 3 for 8 from the floor, he's already, with a free throw here, matched his point total from yesterday.
The 6'5 forward from Baltimore, Maryland, swishes his first free throw. Out of Oklahoma Panhandle State, 20 points, 5 rebounds in his senior year. He broke 1,000 points in just 2 years at Oklahoma Panhandle. 9 points yesterday, but as you mentioned, he only shot 38% from the field. He's on fire today already. His 8th and 9th points now from the free throw line. With 18-15, Nevada leads. Mario Butler's going to look to take it all the way. A beautiful spin move, and he lays it in. The Harlem Globetrotter in him shows there.
And he could score in bunches. He just came off the bench and got a quick 4 points. Definitely opened the third quarter of the last game on fire as well.
Heat check for Antonio Thomas Manns. 11 points now for the forward. 18-17 as he takes the mid-range jumper. I don't think he's missed yet. If he's missed, they've been called fouls. Butler acting as a point guard. He takes the shot from the top of the key, off the backboard and rim. Offensive rebound, though, and flinging it to the inside. Haddock with the layup. Beautiful pass from Harvey Perry. Scott Newman likes what he sees, but decides to call a timeout after the basket by the Nevada Desert Storm. 2017 here, and it's back and back. I mean, when you got Nevada, you know it's going to be high scoring.
Absolutely. You look at last season, they were the only team to average over 100 points per game. No other team averaged over 100. It was just them. And far and away, the highest scoring game yesterday was that 112-108 matchup. No other team broke 90 points in any of the games yesterday. And defensively, that's where this Nevada Desert team can be had. Allowing the Southern Stars to shoot 50% from the floor in that game. They've got to shore things up. The one area where they really struggled, the Southern Stars made 10 threes yesterday to just 3 for the Desert Storm. Desert Storm already with 3 this afternoon. So a much better effort from beyond the arc thus far.
22-18 with 2:40 left and 1 timeout used. There's 2 timeouts per half for each team. And we've got a clock malfunction, 2:36, as they'll reset everything. I was saying 2 timeouts per half for each of these teams. Windsor Express have used 1. Nevada still has both of theirs this half. On the court for Windsor, we got Mensa alongside Griffin, Simpson, Greer, and Dockery. Feed to the inside to LaRon Griffin. He tries a hook shot, no good. Brought down by number 8, Harvey Perry. Perry's going to run it. Out to Butler. Butler not quite a three-point shooter, so he takes one from about 20 feet. No good. And Harvey Perry backs it out of bounds.
That's not a great shot to take. He does have three-point range, but when you put the ball on the floor, especially after you caught that in rhythm, your percentages tend to drop, and that's a shot I'm sure the Windsor Express will certainly live with defensively, conceding that long too.
So Deshaun Dockery out of Campbellsville University takes it up the court. 22-18 is the score here. 2 point guards on the court, Mensa and Dockery now. With Greer. Greer takes the shot, no good. Skying from the right side is LaRon Griffin as he tips it in. He's got 4.
No Patilio today so far for Nevada Desert Storm. Look to take advantage of the size matchup with Griffin inside.
Butler has it on the right side, defended by Griffin there. That's a mismatch in Butler's favor. He decides to give it up, though, as Harvey Perry has it. Feeds it right back to Butler, and Butler takes advantage of the center defending him. 4 points now for Demario Butler, 24-20. The Nevada Desert Storm lead the Windsor Express. Simpson back to Dockery. Dockery defended by Matthews. Devin Matthews in the game now, as it's batted out of bounds by Butler. Just getting everything sorted out, the referees. And with 7 on the shot clock, it's inside to Rashawn Simpson. Simpson's going to look to drive here. He stops, pops, and drops it. 24-22 is the score now, and we've got a barn burner here. It's Rashawn Simpson's first basket. He had 10 yesterday to go along 6 fouls, so we'll see how aggressive he is. This three-pointer's no good, but unfortunate for Windsor. Denzel Mensa, with no one around him, can't corral the rebound.
And that's a product of this being a showcase, a chance for guys to show their skills, get out. He wants to move the ball in transition and get up and down the floor quickly. And sometimes you just get caught in that situation.
So second life for the Desert Storm in this possession. Sutton passes up a 3 look. Butler in the corner. He's strong on the 3-point look, and this time Mensa can grab the rebound. But great hustle by Harvey Pitt. Get the ball. Number 2.
Well, tough stretch here for Mensa. A couple of turnovers.
3 shots missed. 3 offensive rebounds.
So multiple chances here for the Desert Storm to cash in. And when you've got a situation here with a guy like Jamal Smith on the bench, this is just house money for the Desert Storm to just keep going offensively with these possessions.
39 seconds now. We'll see 1 possession on each team, I'm going to assume. 24-22 is the score here. The Desert Storm lead the Windsor Express in this game 3 of day 2 of the Global Basketball Summer League. Beautiful drive by Demario Butler, who wanted an and 1. He's got 6, 26-22. The shot clock at 17, so there's 6 seconds in between. A 2-for-1 opportunity now for the Desert Storm as they got the quick bucket. Beautiful movement by Dockery. He makes a spin move and lays it in. Deshaun Dockery gets on the scoreboard. There's 15 seconds left on the clock. 2-point game now. Desert Storm will hold for the last shot. Right now in front of us, it's Perry. Perry defended by Griffin, and we'll see what the big man can do. He gets crossed up and then just shoves Perry from behind.
No, in that situation, he got beat off the dribble. Griffin decided to give the foul rather than conceding the layup, and a lot of times that's how you do want to commit the foul, in a fashion in which they can't put the ball up and in. But you also want to be careful to not get whistled. We did see a flagrant foul yesterday. So that is in play as a possibility as well for these officials.
There's 2 seconds on the game clock, too, so we'll see a Hail Mary heave by the Windsor Express. Referee doing a really good job getting everything sorted out every couple minutes. So we got 2 seconds left in the first quarter. 26-22 is the score as Harvey Perry knocks the first one in. He's got 1 point. So it was dominated by Jamal Smith early. Leon Sutton's also got 8 seconds. It's not good. Offensive rebound, putting it back up. No good. An opportunity there for a three-point play by the Desert Storm goes by the wayside. 26-24 is the score at the end of the first.
Although I think the Windsor Express really didn't do themselves any favors the way that they closed that first quarter with a slew of miscues and turnovers to give extra possessions to the Desert Storm. And the fact of the matter is Jamal Smith, Demario Butler, Leon Sutton are three dudes who can flat out score. And we'll see how they can be bottled up here as the game progresses, but 8 points apiece they've certainly been on, as has Antonio Thomas-Mans.
Antonio Thomas-Mans leading all scorers with 10 points early. Sutton and Smith have 8. Demario Butler's got a quick 6 points, and James Johnson for Windsor has 7. It's pretty much been all the scoring here, 26-24. One thing that's nice, as a relief from that last game yesterday, not a lot of free throws early. We saw 17 free throws in the first quarter in that game, that fourth game between the Desert Storm and the Southern Stars. On the court for the Windsor Express, Antonio Thomas-Mans alongside James Johnson, Christian Thompson, Deshaun Dockery, and Rashawn Simpson. We're waiting for a huddle to break. Coach Todd's team over there in the Nevada Desert Storm's corner. 4 10-minute quarters if you're new to this NBA D-League rule type hybrid situation. Smith, Wallace, Butler, Matthews, and Foley on the court for the Desert Storm as Windsor Express takes it up the court. In the corner, waiting for his turn, is James Johnson. He takes the perimeter jump shot, no good. Fight for the rebound is grabbed by number 9, Jason Wallace. He goes full court with the pass and blocked. On the other end, James Johnson comes through with a big one against Butler. Coast to coast by Dockery, and he goes 360 for the and one.
That was all made possible by James Johnson not hanging his head after missing the open three that he had and running back in transition, making a strong shot contest, getting a block, and jump-starting a fast break. That's what you want to see in terms of keeping your head in the game, staying with things, and then inciting a very nice play for your team.
James Johnson not often misses three-pointers. He actually holds the school record at Culver Stockton University for most threes in a game with 8 and in a career. Missed opportunity to tie the game here. It's just a 2-point play for Dockery, taking over Jamal Smith, who sat the last couple minutes for the Desert Storm. He tries to cross up Dockery. The step back, no good. Lots of contact, and they're going to call it out of bounds on Jason Wallace. I think that could have been a foul or out of bounds either way.
Either way.
I don't know if you could catch the call from Scott Newman right beside me, but he wants a floppy, so we'll see what that means. Maybe Thomas-Mans on the perimeter. He is on the outside. I watched them work on this play. A pick set by Thompson. They're going to feed it all the way around on the left side. Now Thompson's going to drive from the top. He goes with the left, then the right, and misses just to the left side. Rebound and fast break opportunity for Devin Matthews. He posts up just outside the three-point line. A spin move on Simpson. Wild shot attempt, rebounded by Johnson. Johnson will try to take it all the way, but he loses the handles, and we've got a breakout. Butler up, and Butler puts it in. Oh, we were ready for a dunk if he had a little bit more of a grasp on that one.
Just let him a little bit. He was concerned with getting the ball, getting to the rim, and in this situation, we
a
saw
basket's
yesterday,
more important, yeah.
Just get the 2 points.
Now Thomas-Mans, it seems like every single possession is going to filter through the big man, but he misses the shot just short. Matthews almost gets stolen, but he regains possession. Smith feeds it inside to Wallace. First time we've seen Wallace post up. He gets the hook shot, and it falls through. Jason Wallace has 2 points.
Nice little move, right hand over left shoulder, getting to his spot and able to finish in the paint.
31-26 the score now. 8 minutes left in the second quarter. Rashawn Simpson with the ball now, defended by Wallace. He gets the mismatch he wanted and easily puts it in with the left hand. 31-28 in this seesaw battle. Smith defended by Dockery, and that's going to be an offensive foul on Jason Wallace. It's a little bit of a moving pick. And he leaned out with that hip.
Wallace is having a bigger role today with no Petulio. Wallace only had 5, Petulio 11 and 7 boards the first time around. So he's...
Man, I was excited to talk about Petulio. I'm going to do it anyways. Juan Petulio, the center yesterday for the Desert Storm, played with Blake Griffin in 2009 with Oklahoma. Actually scored 9 points in that Elite 8 game against North Carolina. So there's that, your little tidbit of the day. As Dockery loses it, Smith loses it. He regains possession, feeds it over to Fally. Fally gets it stolen by man. We've got a wild pass attempt on the left side, corralled by Simpson. And now wisely, Windsor slows it down. A 3 from the top, in and out, back in by Christian Thompson. Thompson's first basket of the game ties it at 31. That was a wild back and forth with 3 turnovers, a three-pointer that went in and out and back in. Unbelievable rebound, but it's too good to be true. I think they're going to call an over the back. There's a situation where Wallace was punished for his 6'9" frame, the over the back called.
What was the right play for Windsor Express to have, even if you're a smaller player, to put a body on and do your best to box out, and sometimes you'll get that call, and that they did.
Dockery, well-earned rest. You see, he comes to the bench, switches out with Mensah. 6:55 left on the clock now. We're tied at 31. Deep 3 from Thomas Mans. Nothing but the bottom of the net, and he's got 13. Antonio Thomas Mans gives Windsor their first lead of the quarter. Smith defended by Mensah, about 40 feet away. Pulls up from 3, in and out. Fight for the rebound. Eventually grabbed by Mensah. We've got a 3-on-2. Numbers for Windsor. Mensah's going to take it all the way as advised by his coach, but he can't finish. Now Smith has numbers. He hits it to the corner. Fally. Inside to Perry. Perry gets it stripped. Fight for the ball, and they're going to call a loose ball foul. And a tech on Mensah. Loose ball foul on Denzel Mensah, and then he must have said something to the referee, and they're going to call the tech on him.
And that's the first tech that we've seen so far in day number 2 at Global Basketball Summer League.
So punished for shouting, according to the head referee. But I think we're going to have a little confusion. Was there not a technical foul called?
There was. Smith made the free throw.
Oh.
Got you.
So I was too busy in the midst of that argument to catch that. So Jamal Smith adds his 9th point. 34-32 is the score now. Smith defended by Mensah. Mensah just got called for the technical foul. Fally posting up from 3, but deciding not to take the shot. Now Jamal sizing up his defender, driving and getting fouled by Rashawn Simpson as he goes to the hole.
Jamal Smith has the speed and the handle to get into the paint whenever he wants against just about anyone at this tournament.
Smith, the oldest player at this tournament, 31 years of age. He's been roaming around Europe, Asia, found a place in Brazil the last 5 years. He actually participated in the Cavaliers minicamp in 2012. Goes to the line for 2 shots here. Made all 8 of his free throws yesterday. He's already 4 for 4 today. It was like a quiet 20 points yesterday for Jamal Smith. He had an off game.
Didn't get it going from beyond the arc like we're used to seeing him like last year in Summer League.
11 points now for Jamal Smith as he only trails Thomas Manns for the leading scorer in this one. 34-34 is the score here. And in essence, that's a 3-point possession for Jamal Smith after the free throw and the foul. An air ball here from James Johnson and a full-length pass to Fawley. Fawley on Johnson. Spin move. He had an opening. Fed outside. Perry's going to drive. No good. Rebounded by Griffin. Poked away from Mensah, but he regains possession. Big follow-through dunk by LaRon Griffin on the miss from Denzel Mensah, 36-34.
And that's what you're taught to do as a big guy in transition, trail, and clean up the garbage in that situation.
Jamal Smith with a deep 2-point shot. Back of the iron and no good. Mensah loses it and then gets hit hard on his way down. So Mensah's still down. An open 3 look and an open 3 made by Harvey Perry. Denzel Mensah is not okay. He came down hard, hit his head on either the knee or the shin. And he took a tumble. So Mensah got up after getting hit hard, after losing the ball, and it was a big blowing hit to the head. So fortunately, he got up to his feet, was helped to the bench, and now he'll be looked at by the medical staff.
And I'll say this about this game. We came into today wondering what the effort level, the compete level would be, especially in the loser's bracket, considering the format of the tournament where if you lose in the first day, the best you can do is 5th place. And today, I would say this game and the first game that we saw were very competitive, even on the loser's side.
This, in my opinion, is probably more competitive than either of the 2 games I called yesterday. In terms of just want and need, I mean, you see Mensah diving, getting injured.
And that wasn't the first time he went down for a loose ball. These 50-50 balls have been all over the place.
37-36, the Desert Storm lead now. Dockery in for Mensah. He loses it, but it falls off of the shoulder of Fawley. .437 left in this first half. 37-36 the score once again. Amari Greer to inbound it behind the net. Inside to Thomas Manns. Manns got the pump fake. He got Fawley in the air. Takes the shot off the backboard. No good. Offensive rebound. Resetting Dockery at the top. Defended by Jamal Smith. Picked by Griffin. A switch. And a foul by Harvey Perry, pardon me.
That's a good hedge in that situation for a big guy, especially if you're mobile, to get out there and make the guard go all the way around you. But it was also a really nice job for Smith to fight through his screen. And it's up to them to communicate when to go back and when you've recovered completely. That time, too much body.
A lot of inbound passes to Thomas Manns, and this one was orchestrated and choreographed. Defended really well, and a turnover by Windsor. Deep inbound pass, and Nevada will look to run. Butler doesn't quite have possession, and it's stolen by LaRon Griffin. Thomas Mann's going to take it himself. Wildly in and no good. The tip back no good as well by Griffin. 2-on-1. Perfect feed into Leon Sutton, and he's got 10 points. Sutton played for the Idaho Stampede in the NBA D-League this past year. Averaged 3, 2, and 1, but only played 10 minutes. James Johnson has the ball here. Johnson's got 7. 1-on-1 with Butler, but he backs it outside to Greer. Thomas Manns, and it's going to be a shot clock violation on Windsor. Manns couldn't quite get the perimeter shot off in time.
Again, with the shot clocks located where they are on the right side or on court level, it's up to the rest of the team to communicate that to the guys on the floor.
Butler in the corner. Johnson didn't bite, but Butler takes it all the way to the rim. 41-36, and that's a 7-0 run. for the Nevada Desert Storm. Just like that, you can see how aggressive and successful they can be.
Demario Butler, a spark plug off the bench.
They called the injury timeout. So everything's situated. 3:22 left in the second quarter. 41-36, the Desert Storm lead, and Windsor needs a bucket in the worst way, and they get it with an and one. The left hand by Deshaun Dockery off the glass.
And that went high off glass to go down.
So an opportunity for a three-point play and to pull that lead by the Desert Storm to 2. Dockery's 0 for 1 from the free throw line today. (39-41) as he swishes the free throw. Smith with the ball, defended by Dockery, works around the screen, but the switch is beautifully executed by Nevada. Back-to-back blocks by LaRon Griffin, and Dockery's off and running. The drop pass to James Johnson, no good. Offensive rebound by Griffin, this is his possession. He puts it up, no good, no foul called. Offensive rebound by Thomas Manns, and he gets called for the foul.
Oh, man. The effort from LaRon Griffin. 2 blocks, and then he charged down the floor. I was a little disappointed he didn't get rewarded from running the floor, but he was able
I
to
thought he got fouled as well.
Crash the offensive boards and making an impact just with his effort and his size right now is Griffin.
Coach Todd and his Desert Storm team will use a timeout here with 2:48 left in the first half. 41-39 is the score, but it feels like that momentum can just tip any direction at any time.
Well, when you have scorers the caliber that Nevada Desert Storm has in terms of Smith and Butler as guys who are just instant offense, the pressure seems to always be on Windsor to get a little bit more out of some of these guys. Thomas Manns has been on fire really in the first quarter, but everyone else, you're looking around. Dockery's had a couple of nice plays where he's gotten fouled, going to the basket and scoring, and then Griffin, the size and the effort has been sensational early on.
I think it's interesting that early on in the game, all the post plays were run to the 6'5" Thomas Manns, but since then, Griffin has earned his playing time per se, and now it seems like he's kind of getting a little more of the offense run through him. His 6'9". There's not a lot of height on either one of these teams. Both big men are 6'9", and the next tallest guy for the Desert Storm is 6'5".
And that's just one of the quirks of the team that you end up with. You know, one of the teams has a pair of 6'10" guys. It's just the hands you're dealt.
Free throw made by Antonio Thomas Manns. And we're all tied up at 41. Sutton takes it into the front court. 2:40 left in the first half as the pass back to Butler. Butler makes a move, no good, but an over the back is going to be called on Harvey Perry. He put it back in, but a great instant, no hesitation call by the referee.
Earlier in that offensive possession, too, Butler did a great job of making himself available after setting a really good screen. And lots of times, if you set a strong screen, you're going to be open afterwards, and that's exactly what happened. And they got a good shot out of it, just wasn't able to convert.
Chance here for Windsor to take the lead. As Amari Greer takes it up, drives, switches hands, no good. Big kick out rebound. Smith's going to go 1-on-3 and dish it in for the layup. 13 points for Jamal Smith now in the first half. Greer's going to push the envelope. Passing it back to Mensah. Mensah's back in for the first time since the injury. Now it's Greer. Greer got the switch. And it's tipped backwards. Big run out by Perry, but he can't quite corral the deep Hail Mary type pass, and it's a turnover.
But those are the turnovers I think you're going to live with. If you're
It's a risk.
Nevada Desert Storm. That's an aggression turnover, not a mental mistake or an inexcusable turnover.
43-41 now, 150 left in the first half. The Desert Storm lead Windsor Express. Both teams 0-1 in this 3-game tournament. They will both automatically be playing tomorrow, but we'll see if it's a spot for 5th place or a spot for 7th place. Interesting here. Do you know the answer to this? Because they're going to call a backcourt, but I was almost positive you can pass it backcourt if you're in the front court.
I think
the players are confused as well, but that's the call by the referee. I just don't know. I'm not sure.
Same.
So now Jamal Smith, defended by Denzel Mensah. Really nice to see him back out there after he took a blow to the face. Kick out by Smith to Sutton. Sutton hands it off to Butler. Fade away, no good. Flying in for the rebound is Christian Thompson. Now Mensah taking it all the way to the hole and dropping in with ease.
Very nice job of using his steps to get around a stationary defender who is looking to draw the charge, and Mensah showing something transition.
13 and 10 yesterday for Mensah, but only 2 points so far today. Crossover by Smith, and he passes it to the outside. Driving and spinning is Haddock. Great ball movement here by the Desert Storm as Perry's going to drive, but he gets blocked. He tries to save it, but it's going to be a block registered to Christian Thompson. 57 seconds left in the first half, 43-43 now between the Desert Storm and the Windsor Express. Omari Greer takes it up the front court. Outside, baseline jumper no good by Rayshawn Simpson. Nifty handles on the outside by Leon Sutton now as he gets it inside to Harvey Perry. Harvey Perry drops it in for his 6th point.
Beautiful feed, splitting the defenders with the bounce pass, and that's underutilized a lot of times, going down low where the defenders aren't necessarily expecting it.
12 seconds separates the shot clock and the game clock here. 26 is on the game clock. A deep shot and an air ball here as Johnson looks at his fingers. When you're this good at three-point shooting, Johnson is one of the best in his school's history out of Culver Stockton University, actually the best. And you miss a 3 by that much, you got to just look at your fingers and say, what was that?
Pretend it never happened. On to the next one.
Shot clock is off now as there's 15 seconds left. Desert Storm will go into halftime with a lead here. 7 seconds. They're going to take a last shot. Driving is Sutton, and putting it in is Sutton. 47-43. 3 seconds left. Mensah's going to take a deep one. Half-court shot by Mensah. Halftime score 47-43 now. So a little lower scoring than yesterday's game in Game 4, but higher scoring than the Windsor Express's game where they only scored 87, or 71 and let up 87.
And what really impresses me about the Desert Storm, and especially these top guys,
the kid is not playing in the NBA Summer League
in this league, and the fact that his compete level is as high as just about anyone, and his effort, both sides of the floor, is as high as anyone, is really impressive to me. And he's a professional. He plays in Brazil. He's played in Brazil for years.
I love GBSL.
I love global basketball summer league.
Global Basketball is a leading media property that delivers precise information and news on its players all across the world.
The Global Basketball Summer League in Las Vegas allows players to showcase their skills in front of coaches, agents, and executives. But the tournament is also a training platform for the NBA officiating department. The GBSL allows referees to develop their skills in a professional environment with NBA rules.
So I've been a FIBA referee since 2011. A referee in the Australian National League. I've been doing that for 10 years.
As we develop ourselves as referees, it gives us an opportunity, especially some of the younger guys, to get into the system, understand the rules, understand the speed of the game.
the executive director of Global Basketball, Daryl Reshaw. Daryl, another Global Basketball Summer League just about wrapping up in the books. What do you hope the goal is for all these players that come in here and take advantage of this Summer League?
Get jobs. You know, you have about 130 players in 2 sessions. Had a lot of small college All-Americans. You had players who had pro experience. You had players played at the D1 level. And last year we had about 130 players. 40 kids got jobs directly by being associated with the Global Basketball Summer League.
The global basketball experience really provides us a great opportunity to evaluate our referees in good competition, and the competition continues to get better and better every year.
So it's also a platform for us to get jobs as well, Sean.
That's right, from play-by-play, color analyst duties, reporting, even helping with the entire event on an administration level.
What do you think about the Global Basketball Summer League, and how do you feel? I know you were here last year. How do you feel about this program offering this chance for these players?
I think it's awesome. We probably had 6 guys in our training camp that came through global basketball last summer. 2 of them started and played real well for us. Richard Amarty had a nice season, and Tom Granado had a fabulous season for us and was really good.
We play much better defense. I mean, on the second half, good attitude. Then we have much more space on offense. We move the ball pretty good. Then we get the open shots. Basketball for me, it's a passing game. It's a team play, and everybody have to be involved on defense and on offense.
Let's not forget Dr. Mark Robinson.
Dr. Mark Robinson had his seminar last night. Wonderful seminars. About 40 or 50 athletes come through, and both seminars had 2.
This was definitely the best seminar I've ever had in my life. I mean, if I had this 2-3 years ago, especially in college, my life would probably be so much different right now.
Very interesting. It taught me a lot about being a better player, being an international pro.
cherry-picked and twice he missed open layups.
Caught up with him there. 7:33 remaining in the third. 51-47. Nevada Desert Storm leading this ball game.
Very tight defense here by Mensa.
Mensa defending Smith. Smith able to get right by him. Over to Haddock.
You can hear Coach Newman tell Mensa not to crowd Smith because of his explosiveness.
Oh, nice pass inside. Wallace up and in. 4 points for Jason Wallace. The lead is back up to 6 for the Desert Storm in blue. Griffin, another post opportunity for Mann. Mann over that right shoulder, and he puts it in. Antonio Thomas Mann, 22 points after just 9 yesterday. Ooh, step back action. Falling knocks it down. Lamar Foley's first points of the day. 55-49. Under 7 to play here in the third. Johnson defended by Haddock. Johnson's got a size advantage. Another post look. And that field goal attempt misses, but LeRon Griffin, count it.
He has shown the most aggressiveness on the offensive boards, and that's going to be his 5th offensive rebound, and that time he earned the basket.
Second chance points, 10-2, the margin in the first half. And Windsor Express going to work on the offensive glass. 55-51, Nevada Desert Storm. LeRon Griffin with an opportunity to cut that lead to 3 with a free throw here. He's 2 for 2 on the day, 2 for 2 in the tournament. And all good things must come to an end as he misses that one.
He was only a 57% free throw shooter in college.
True. Layup up and in. Harvey Perry. He's got 8.
And we've seen what the Desert Storm can do, and the fact that they don't play a lot of defense can cause other teams to not play defense. And Windsor cannot let up the fact that they pride themselves on their defense.
High ball screen for Mensa. Tries to slide through, loses the handle. Perry with the basketball. Perry cross court. Jumper by Haddock. No good. Griffin running the break. He's 1 on 3. Someone stop the ball. And Griffin draws the foul. No one wanted to step up and defend him.
Yeah, and I thought Wallace got the block, but he might have used the other arm to either poke Griffin in the head or some sort of
we've got a whistle.
Extracurricular activities happening. Yeah, go ahead.
5:50 remaining in the third. We've got a technical foul. And that's
second tech of the
Jason
game.
Wallace. And today, the first 2 techs we've seen of this summer league.
This referee is not taking any smack talk.
And so, Thomas Manns.
Which I'm okay with. I mean, when you make it to the big leagues, you've earned your spot to talk a little bit after every play, maybe complain. But here, you're trying to make it not just from skill, but using your character to show the scouts and show the coaches that you're an all-around player.
This event is a combination of pickup basketball, a job interview, and a single elimination tournament, essentially.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of factors going in. And there's a lot the guys are looking for on the floor, off the floor, character. They want professionals to play overseas, and that's how you need to be.
So they're going to what? Are they going to do the shots first and then the technical foul shot?
They did the tee first. Manns missed the free throw. And Griffin missed the free throw. So a chance to get back into this game from the free throw line for the Express is not taken advantage of. 0 for 3. But the offensive board by Greer. To Dockery. High ball screen from Simpson. Dockery into the paint. Greer didn't know what he wanted and walked to the basketball. That's a turnover with 5:35 remaining in the third quarter. 57-51. Nevada Desert Storm over the Windsor Express. Haddock up the floor. Perry got a running start. And a whistle and a foul. 5:25 to go in the third. 57-51. Desert Storm in blue.
And Wallace didn't even pump fake there. Griffin was up out of his chair really quickly And that's always going to get called for the foul when you leave your feet before the shot's taken.
No argument there.
Yeah, Griffin had 5 fouls yesterday, and while you might not be able to foul out, it hurts your team to continue racking up fouls and free throws.
Entry pass going wrong there, intended for Wallace. That is a turnover. Windsor Express trying to cut into this lead. Trailed by 4 at halftime. The lead is now 6 for the Desert Storm.
I love the way Coach Newman gets involved in this offense.
Running banker no good for Dockery.
In practice, I was watching Newman literally get into the plays and show his teammates how it felt to be. I felt like he was one of the teammates, even though he's the coach. Show them how to run each play. It's just executed to perfection when the coach can get intimate with the teammates.
And that is Coach Scott Newman's role. Player development is one thing that he specializes in for the Windsor Express, getting out, working out his guys, improving their skills individually, one-on-one, and in a team concept. And this is a great place for him to be, to help out a lot of these guys get jobs, improve their games, and for him to be on the lookout for anyone who could potentially help him.
Yeah, these coaches have done an excellent job, and they're not doing it for themselves. None of them are looking for jobs. They want their players to find jobs.
59-51, under 5 to play in the third. Griffin lost the handle, taken away by Sutton.
Windsor has to be careful.
Sutton's pass goes out of bounds. Who's it off of? We may never know.
Yeah, he never pointed. I think it went off of Griffin. So I do think it's blue ball, but that's a good timeout. Immediate timeout there, timing-wise for Windsor, because this lead is 8 right now, and before you know it, Windsor can make it 15 if they lose their control on defense.
And this is a Nevada Desert Storm team that puts up a ton of points, 108 the first time around, and these Desert Storm guys extremely familiar with each other, many of them playing professionally, internationally, in college, community college, D1, D2, NAIA. The list goes on and on for these guys, and they come back every year and play Tuesday nights. Sometimes pros from the area. CJ Watson comes back, plays with these guys. While they aren't necessarily a team, there's certainly a level of familiarity that they come into it that no other team has. Familiarity they had yesterday when they got lit up by 34 points by one Gary player. Or what was Gary's last name? Pardon me. I'll have to find that. 59-51. Nevada Desert Storm on top. Wow.
Gary Jacobs.
Gary Jacobs, thank you. I'm thinking golf right now. 61-52.
And there's Harvey Perry, who also has a lot of experience to go along with this team's strength in numbers. He actually went to the NCAA tournament with Washington and then the CBI with Colorado State.
Oh, another second chance bucket, LaRon Griffin. It's too easy out there for him right now.
He's got double digits.
He's got 10. And on his way to a double-double.
He got the double-double.
Oh, counted already. Butler for 2. 10-point lead. Nevada Desert Storm, 4 to play in the third. Simpson to Greer. Greer off the mark. Blue basketball.
Thomas Mance has been on the bench for close to 4 minutes now. I'm curious to see when he's going to come back. On cue. Gets off the bench.
And he didn't make it in time. So we'll wait till the next dead ball to see Thomas Mans and his...
I think Thomas Mance has to be a little quicker off the bench.
He's got 22 today. That's a team high. Butler backing down now. Steps back for 2. No good.
It's a big possession. That could have been 12 points. Now they have a chance to make it single digits.
Dockery in transition. Right hand. Sweeping scoop shot. Saved by Greer. Up and in.
Another offensive rebound by LaRon Griffin. He's having a game.
Griffin.
And that was Greer's first bucket.
Yep. Double-double, and Greer getting on the board with 2. Oh, Sutton steps it back and knocks down the 3. Leon Sutton, 17 to lead all of the Nevada Desert Storm. Johnson looks to respond, unable to do so. Misses strong. Sutton, kick out. Wallace for three.
Ooh, not the shot that Coach Todd or the Desert Storm wanted there.
We'll see in transition, Greer feeling himself. Count it.
That's a big one.
Too. So Greer knocks down a couple of jumpers in a row. We've got a timeout from Nevada Desert Storm.
That's a big one. It was an 11-point game. Now it's down to 9. And we had a situation there, a sequence, where there were 4 straight perimeter jumpers taken. And that's not something that coaches really like. And you see it right there on cue. The Nevada Desert Storm coach Todd calls a timeout.
2:44 remains in the third quarter. It's 66-57. Desert Storm on top of the Windsor Express. And the Windsor Express, one of the most decorated franchises of the NBL of Canada. The NBL of Canada, of course, a relatively new league formed in 2011. Windsor Express, back-to-back league champions in 2014 and 2015. They were eliminated this past season in 6 games by the London Lightning, dropping 3 in a row following a 2-1 series lead. So it's really the Express and the Lightning, 2 of the best franchises in the NBL of Canada. And
There's a lot of talent up there.
Been here year after year after year. Absolutely.
I mean, their NBA team's okay, but I've heard...
I certainly do enjoy the Toronto Raptors for sure, but we're happy to have the NBL of Canada here. Lots of jobs, lots of opportunities for guys. And that ball taken away. Dockery.
Dockery like a book.
Thomas Hands for 3. Yes! Thomas Hands, 25. He's got 9 in the quarter.
Thomas Mann's out there looking like Thomas Hands.
Oh, man.
He's the all-hands team right now.
Smith dancing around.
It's down to 6 now. This is a big possession.
Butler up and in. Elbow jumper. Demario Butler with 16.
That's confidence. Oh, sorry. That's confidence in your mid-range jumper right there.
Absolutely. Thomas Mayes to Simpson, and Thomas Mayes knows it. Offensive foul. And we're going the other way.
Jamal Smith out there saying he got hit by a truck.
Thomas Mayes is a big guy.
Oh, 6'5", 237. Yeah. It's pretty specific. Not 235, 237.
237. I wouldn't want that. Smith skip pass to the corner. Perry, jab step. Right in your eye. Count it.
Oh.
Harvey Perry for 3.
He's got 13 now.
James Johnson. Semi-transition, no good. I think Johnson got poked in the eye. It's Perry the other way. Butler now. Butler stepping back.
Yeah, that was blocked.
Or blocked. Simpson goes up. And
man,
there are unhappy players all over the floor right now.
It's a little selfish. We've had back-to-back situations for Windsor where they've had a 2-on-1 and elected to go to the rim instead of passing. Here the foul bails him out, but the one before, Johnson had to pay for it with his eye.
And so we'll see Simpson end up shooting 2. His first free throws of this event. It's a 71-60 ball game. Nevada Desert Storm on top. 1:05 remaining in the third.
70% free throw shooter at Morgan State. The guard is out of San Diego, California.
Simpson up and good with the first. Played on a nationally ranked high school team in San Diego. Went 61-4 in his junior and senior seasons at Lincoln High School, where he was a teammate of Norman Powell, now with the Toronto Raptors, former UCLA guard. And he connects on both free throws there. 71-62. A minute to play in the third. Devin Matthews on the floor now for Nevada Desert Storm. Matthews drives into the left side. Back out to Haddock. Haddock driving all the way to the rim, and he scores. 6 points for him.
Very quiet game for the point guard, Lacey Haddock. 19 yesterday, exploded 64.
9 for 14 yesterday as Thomas Manns lines up a three. Off the iron, no good. Rebound taken by Matthews.
Lead is ballooned to double digit.
Falling. And Foley was on the line. That is a turnover with 26 seconds remaining in the third.
Let's see what Windsor decides to do here. There's 2 seconds that separate the shot clock and the game clock. I guess that's what they decided to do.
James Johnson misses on the three. Last shot now, upcoming for the Desert Storm with an 11-point lead. Jamal Smith against Greer. Smith. To Foley. Foley's got to put it up at the horn. No good. And we head to the fourth. 73-62. Nevada Desert Storm has led by 3 points after the first, 4 points after the second, but extended this lead to 11 points now heading into the fourth quarter. And it's been Antonio Thomas Manns with 25, LaRon Griffin with 11, and then the scoring falls off for the Express.
On Griffin, I mean, he's got upwards of 17 rebounds, I think 7 offensive rebounds, maybe 6. 10 points scored. He started off out of Eastern Washington, then went to Germany, now sitting in Luxembourg, and he tells me that he loves it up there. Competition's fun. Obviously, the scenery is beautiful, and it's a lot more peaceful than America. That's what he said.
Really?
Yeah. It's more, it's a lot more nature. I mean, he did go to Spokane, Washington. A lot of nature up there in college. But he's out of Los Angeles. Stone City, you know. All traffic.
All traffic all the time. Eastern Washington started 62 games. And Eastern Washington was a staple in that team for a couple of years. And some more confusion. He's not having any of it. It'll be Haddock to bring it up for the Desert Storm. It's an 11-point game in game number 3 in day 2 of the Summer League. And a whistle 8 seconds into the quarter. Going against the Express. Antonio Thomas Manns called for the foul. It'll be Haddock. Second free throw up and good. I've had games with officials from Indonesia and Egypt, as well as Haiti already during this tournament. Blocking foul, 9:45 remaining in the fourth, 75-62 Nevada Desert Storm. Getting back to the free throw line, I believe it's Thomas Manns again. He's got 25. Your high water mark, Gary Jacobs with 34 yesterday. Free throw good, I think, yes. For Thomas Manns, and he owns last season he owns all sorts of records for his own team. Matthews driving against Manns. Falling the open three. Nope, that's a 2. But Foley with 4 now. And the lead remains in double figures. It's 13.
Must have been on the line there.
And an eagle eye by our official. Butler gambled for the steal. Foley able to make up for it. Foley in transition. Count it. And Foley get things going early here in the fourth with 4 quick points. Foul going against the Desert Storm. Desert Storm have just been relentless Smith defending Mensa. Mensa finger roll, misses everything. Matthews taps it out to Smith. Smith crosses him over. Hey! How you like that? Nice move, Jamal Smith. Rebounds. Guess who? Griffin, another offensive board. Simpson in the paint, able to score.
His team.
Smith. Into the corner, it's Haddock. Haddock driving, scoring. Lacey Haddock. He's in double figures with 10. 83-66. 8 minutes to play in the fourth. Spinning move there. Simpson scores.
4 straight for Simpson, and Haddock is having a second half. He's got 8 points in the second half.
Well, there's a steal by Griffin. Pass ahead to Mensa. Mensa in transition, no call. Simpson the offensive board for 2.
That's 6 straight points for Rashawn Simpson, and he's everywhere so far.
83-70. Desert Storm over Windsor Express.
Usually when there's that much contact, there's going to be a call on one
something. Matthews. Give me all 3.
It's his first basket of the whole tournament.
First points of the tournament, and one of the youngest players on this Nevada Desert Storm squad. The lead back up to 16 for NDS.
I wonder if Matthews crossed paths with Griffin, you know, Eastern Washington, Central Washington.
Washington. That 3 goes down. I believe that was Simpson.
10 straight points.
10.
On Simpson.
Boy.
All 10 of Windsor's last points. Number 7, the lob.
And he puts it in. 17. Rasheed Simpson. Putting on a show here in the fourth. Haddock.
But they can't just trade 2 for 2s. They got to play some defense. They're down 11.
Thomas Mans defending Haddock. Now it's Mensa on Smith. And Smith finds an open Haddock. That is a 2. Rebound pulled down by Griffin. Mensa able to draw the foul in the backcourt. Butler a little handsy back there.
Also something to think about that actually just crossed my mind. The players that are fresh out of college. Amari Greer. Players like Matthews, Harvey Perry. With the 3-point line of the NBA. So, I guess, I mean, they're used to.
It is a significant difference. There's a whistle on the far side. 6:17 remaining in the fourth. It's a 13-point lead for Nevada Desert Storm in blue. Yep. He's got a pair of 3s today. Thomas Mann's a 38% 3-point shooter while in college at his senior year. And going down hard there is LaRon Griffin, earning a trip to the free throw line.
I would say close to 30 minutes now. He played 11 in the first half.
He's been out here for quite a while in the second half, for sure.
So probably maybe 23 minutes played. I don't think he's sat.
Free throw number 2, good as well. 12 for Griffin. And as Coach Scott Newman said, one stop at a time to get back into this ball game. 86-77, Desert Storm over the Express. Foley. Smith for 3. Got it. Jamal Smith extends the lead back to 12. Thomas Mans back to the free throw line. He's just lived there. He averaged 8 free throws a game his senior year. He's been doing it this afternoon for sure. The D Hotel doesn't even serve breakfast. Oh, I'm gonna have to find that. The D Grill. But a big thank you to the D Hotel for hosting the Global Basketball family, to Point Streak for being our scoring sponsor, and to Scouting for You for all that they do for us as well. 29 for Thomas Mans, and he's threatening the high water mark set by Gary Jacobs, 34 against the same Nevada Desert Storm team.
You know, Andy, I don't
Yeah. The Desert Storm allowed the Stars yesterday to shoot 59% from the floor and knock down 10 threes. Desert Storm still shot 49% as a team, but giving up 59% is not a formula for success. And on the other side, Windsor Express only shot 40% against D Las Vegas yesterday. D Las Vegas shooting 47% in the win. And someone who had a bigger impact yesterday than today, Denzel Mensa, 13 and 10 yesterday. Hasn't been nearly as effective matched up against one of the top guards in this tournament.
He's got 2 points. And, you know, it doesn't help that he got injured, of course.
And an injury. It's been a tough day.
0 points in the first half. He has 1 bucket in the second.
Tough day.
And, I mean, barring a big meltdown in my mind, I mean, it's going to take good shooting. But you don't blow a 10-point lead with 6 minutes unless you make mistakes if you're the Desert Storm, and I think they know that. They're going to play very conservative, in my opinion.
Okay. Windsor looking to defend right now. A switch and an open 3 for Perry. In and out. Wallace
if you're
battling.
If you're Windsor, that's the shot you wanted to take.
Perry's got 2 threes in the afternoon, but was off the mark on that one. Deshaun Dockery handling left side. Johnson. Back to Dockery. Dockery, the lefty 3. Another rebound by Griffin. Griffin to Greer. No good. Another offensive rebound. Thomas Mans, count it. And he's all hands out there. Oh, man.
One by Griffin.
Not too happy with that. So, yeah, it turns out 7 seconds runs off the clock there. So they're going to reset. Oh, they gave back a minute. They're going to have to change that.
5:07 remains in the fourth. 89-81. Nevada Desert Storm over the Windsor Express. Thomas Mans, 31 points. Free throw up and good. Leon Sutton gives it up and gets it back. Defended by Greer. Perry against the taller defender and Griffin. Wallace right block. Wallace righty hook. No good.
Yeah, he only had 2 seconds to get that one off.
Here comes Greer. It's a 7-point deficit for the Windsor Express in white. Thomas Mans spinning on the post. Off glass. Again. Another one. Another one.
Back to back.
34.
And this place just got a jump start. It's a 5-point game.
Matching a Global Basketball Session A high, 34 points. And he has a chance to set a new high water mark if he's able to knock down the free throw here. The right one, strictly for buckets. 35 for Thomas Mans.
Someone's got to ask him why he wears 2 different pairs of shoes.
It is a 4-point game.
Coach Newman is on the court, just trying to show his team defense.
And we've got a whistle with 4:18 remaining in the fourth. 89-85, Nevada Desert Storm, and it is a...
That's the second 3-second call on Griffin.
Defensive 3 seconds call. So, a free point here, should Leon Sutton elect to take it. And he says, give me that. 18 for him. 90-85, Nevada Desert Storm, and what had been a 10-point lead just moments ago is now just 5. Here comes Smith. Smith working against Dockery. Perry loose the handle. Greer comes up with it. Pass inside the jam. LaRon Griffin in transition, 3-point game. Reward the big fella. 3-point game, jumper for Sutton. Got it.
Oh, that's a silencer right there. If this game was in Canada, the place would be going crazy, and that's a big-time shot by Sutton to quiet the crowd.
Settle things down.
He's got 20.
A whistle going against Nevada Desert Storm. 3:33 remaining in the fourth. And this will not be free throws. Or will it?
I think it is.
Okay. Dockery to the stripe. Been held scoreless here in the second half, had 7 in the first. Dockery a chance to cut into this lead. Comes up short on the free throw. This has turned into a close game down the stretch. It was a double-digit lead, 73-62 to start the fourth quarter.
A minute and a half ago, it was a 10-point lead.
It's been Thomas Manns.
6 straight points for him.
Big time. Dockery, 0 for 2 from the line. Rebound collected by Butler.
You just can't have that late in the game.
3.5 to play, 5-point lead for the blue team. Nevada Desert Storm. Ball screen from Perry. Great defensive play, LaRon Griffin able to poke it away from Perry and from Sutton and out of bounds.
That one's not shown up on the stat sheet, but that's equivalent to a steal by LaRon Griffin.
Big time play. Dockery, a 5-point deficit for Windsor. High ball screen. He gets all the way to the rim and scores. Dockery with 9. 3-point game. 3 minutes remain. 92-89. Nevada Desert Storm on top. Smith, high ball screen from Butler. Smith, too hot to handle. Off of Perry and out of bounds. And we've got a timeout.
Hey, Andy, does this feel like a loser's matchup bracket for you?
Hey, the winner plays in the 5th place game? Absolutely not.
LaRon Griffin just sprinted the length of...
These guys are fired up. And this is a Windsor Express team. A Windsor Express team that's trailed virtually the entire ball game and has just been scratching and clawing its way back into this contest. Antonio Thomas Manns, what can you say? A guy out of Oklahoma Panhandle State University, led the team in points, field goals, threes, free throws, free throw attempts, offensive rebounds. Was a Swiss Army knife for that team and has provided the scoring in today's contest. 2:53 remain in regulation. We will play overtime if it comes to that. But right now, Windsor just looking to pull even for the first time in a long time. Dockery against Smith. High ball screen from Griffin. To the corner. Johnson for the tie. No good. Offensive rebound. Dockery. No good. And stepping out of bounds was Haddock. And that is a turnover in the backcourt. An unfortunate error for the Desert Storm. And that was a really great look for James Johnson in the left corner.
Yeah, he's wide open, and he's been 1 for 7 today. He's off.
Not able to connect there. Pass forced inside.
Oh, turnover. Giving it right back.
Fortunately, tossed out of bounds. 2:36 remains in regulation, 92-89. Nevada Desert Storm on top wearing blue. Johnson receives the inbounds. Dockery. Thomas Mans for the tie. Why not?
Count it.
38. Thomas Mans.
It was a 2. It was a 2.
Oh. 37 for Thomas Mans. A deep 2, and we've got a 1-point ball game.
They did call it a 3.
So 38. 2 minutes to play. We're knotted at 92, and there's a whistle. With 2:03 remaining in the fourth.
Ooh, Perry just hold on Greer.
And I think this by far has been our chippiest game. These teams with each other, these teams with the...
I mean, we've got the 2 best games, Andy. We got the 108-112 thriller last night. Regardless of what happens here, it's going to be the best game of the day. I mean,
we'll see.
You never know. There's one more, pardon me. Best game so far.
The Desert Storm have been in 2 very good games. It's Jamal Smith with the ball. Crossing over. Stepping back for the lead. No good. A $1:55 to play. We're tied at 92. Dockery, high ball screen. Dockery, the runner counted. Deshaun Dockery comes alive in the fourth.
That's a lead for Windsor.
Sutton looking for a screen from Butler. Butler in the paint. Smith to fire back. Count it.
That is a big-time shot for the veteran Jamal Smith.
Jamal Smith, a 3. And it's a 1-point lead for the Desert Storm. 95-94. Team fouls sorting out now with the scoreboard. Should be 8 apiece.
So 2 more fouls. Each team has 1 foul to give now.
The foul to give.
And Antonio Thomas Mans, his first tournament out of college, looking like a veteran out here. 38 points.
Man, he's been doing it.
And how about number 20, 21, and 22 for Jamal Smith right there? Those big 3 points.
Smith with 23, Leon Sutton with 20 for the Desert Storm, and Thomas Mans 38. He's got 3 threes on the afternoon as well. Full court press coming for the Desert Storm.
Interesting decision. It should make for a couple big matchups for Windsor if they can get through it.
Smith gambled for the steal and now is playing catch-up. He's able to recover. Express trail by 1 is Dockery with the ball. Thomas Mans. Johnson right to the rim. He's fouled. And it is a blocking foul going against the Nevada Desert Storm. So James Johnson, who has been off with his shot today, scoreless here in the second half, just 5 in the first half, will step to the free throw line for 2. 107 remains in the fourth quarter.
He was an NAIA All-American from Culver Stockton. He has their most threes ever for a player in a game and in a career. But right now he's going to have to make a difference from the free throw line.
These are his first free throws at Summer League thus far. Misses the first. Still facing a 1-point deficit.
And, you know, they've missed 6 of their last 9 free throws. Mans made all 3 of them. Every other one has been missed at the end of this game.
Big free throw there.
All right, we're all tied up.
Tied at 95. 107 remains in regulation. Sutton bringing the ball up for the Desert Storm. High ball screen. Butler off glass. Doesn't go, but we've got a whistle with 55 seconds remaining. It's Amari Greer, whistled for the foul. And so on the other side, We've got big free throws coming up for Butler. Butler, a big-time 28-10 performance yesterday in the loss to the Southern Stars, sitting on 16 currently.
Someone on the bench yelled, "Number 5 needs to have the ball in his hands at all times," and that's Antonio Thomas Mans. 38 points. He only had 9 yesterday. He went to me and said, "Man, I got to step it up today," and that's what he's done.
And he'll have to step it up a little bit more. 2 free throw makes make it 97-95, under a minute to play. Nevada Desert Storm on top. Into the corner. Johnson for the lead, no good. Butler in transition. Ahead to Haddock. Haddock the right hand and it goes. 4-point game. Windsor needs to score and score quickly.
Oh, man. Dockery got bailed out there because he lost the handles on it. Perry just couldn't quite place himself in the right position, and it's going to be a blocking foul with 34 seconds.
More big free throws on the way for Deshaun Dockery.
He just went 0 for 2. He was 2 for 4 yesterday. He's got 1 free throw so far today, 1 for 4.
Dockery making it a 1-possession game. They can play it out this last possession defensively, and should they get a stop, they'll be in position to at least tie the game. Another free throw would be huge, though.
Keep your eye on number 9. Griffin loves those offensive rebounds.
A big 2 makes for Dockery. 99-97. 30 seconds to play. 10-second differential. Shot clock, game clock. Sutton.
They could hold to 9.
Sutton's checked by Greer. Oh. Goes away from the ball stream. Left-handed push shot. 13 seconds remain.
Big rebound by Johnson.
2-point deficit. Dockery, there's some contact, and he steps on the sideline.
An unbelievable call there. They're not going to say it was a foul. They're going to say that he went out of bounds. Does Coach Newman have any more timeouts? I don't think so, so we're going to have a foul called.
A little chaotic there at the end. Man. And it's Jamal Smith.
Oh, you hate to see it. The game decided by that.
Jamal Smith, 12 for 12 in this summer league from the free throw line.
Are 12 for 12 this weekend or week. 8 for 8 yesterday.
That's why he's going to miss. And he's the guy.
Co-MVP of the tournament last year. Averaged 27 a game.
And he makes it.
That rattled around. That hit everything. That hit front rim. That hit back rim. That hit backboard.
197. Smith to make it a 4-point game and essentially put it out of reach. Got it. 6 seconds remain. A 4-point difference. Dockery. The 3. And that will do it here. Nevada Desert Storm escapes with a win.
Guess what? They scored 100.
101-97, your final. And an extremely competitive game on the losers bracket side. Nevada Desert Storm will compete in the 5th place game tomorrow against Point Streak. On the other side, the Windsor Express will play early against the Swiss Select. And what more can you say about the performance from Antonio Thomas Mans, 38, a Summer League record here in 2016 Session A. And Jamal Smith, some big free throws down the stretch to put this one away. And we'll wrap it up. Thank you for joining us. Nevada Desert Storm 101, the Windsor Express 97. For Daniel Gilman, I'm Andy Stanko. Thank you for joining us. And stay tuned for more Summer League coverage here at Global Basketball 2016.
That was a foul, 100%, in my opinion. I thought you were much better today than yesterday, by the way. not saying nothing. You were bad. I was just like, I thought today was more fun.
From an energy standpoint?
Yeah, 100%. No, when it comes to quality of like the words that you say, it's all the same. You know what I mean? Both of us are knowledgeable.
No, with that team we beat.
I got you. You got it. We went a run. We scored 8 straight. Finish with 17. Yo, Antonio had 38.
But you can't tell these